Hello, everyone. Today I'm here with Jasper, who just won the Brisbane offline regional. That's a back-to-back offline victories. How are you feeling?
Doing pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm pretty happy to be able to talk with a deck. I've never really played much
Okay.
in big tournaments, so it's a great feeling.
Awesome. What deck were you playing?
I played Jewelery Bonney,
I am.
which just got two additional cards of support from the new set
Yep.
in the form of Tashigi and Smoker, which I think really helped to take the deck to the next level.
Awesome. Before you go through your deck list, what were your matchups on the day?
My matchups on the day were Dofi. I faced round 1 Dofi, round 2 Boa, round 3 was Shanks, round 4 RG Smoker, round 5 Usopp, round 6 was Dofi, and then Pilufi, Dofi.
Oh,
Those were the Swiss rounds.
okay.
So I faced like 4 Dofis during 9 rounds. And for Top Cut, I only faced Dofi and Blackbeard.
Okay. Do you think there are any matchups that are particularly hard for you, or any that are quite easy?
I wouldn't say there were any matchups that were easy, but I would say that Boa was pretty tough.
Okay.
Shanks was okay to tough, and against Dofi and BB, it just depends on your draw and their
Right.
so.
Okay. Awesome. Well, let's go into the deck list and see what you're running.
So let's start off. I played 4 of the 9-cost Zoro.
Yep.
So I'm pretty sure this was the card that made me different than like the usual Bonney list where
Sure.
you play the 10-cost Dofla,
Yeah.
the stun Dofla. I chose to play Zoro because I was expecting a lot of Blackbeard this tournament. So because if you drop back-to-back Zoros against Blackbeard,
Yeah.
you just kind of like auto-win in a sense if they do not have the proper setup to clear the Zoro. Also, surprisingly, this card probably just now I had a talk with a friend. Out of like probably all the matches yesterday, I probably won like 3/4 of my games with Zoro on the board.
Oh, really? Okay. Yeah.
So against Dofla, I didn't really play 8-kit that much,
Yeah.
but this card that carried me all the way.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
So this definitely I play 4 because I want to see it.
Yeah. And it's unsearchable.
Have to see it. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's unsearchable. And then I played 3 Shanks. Shanks is needed
Yep.
for you to answer like opponent's board if they play like big cost. So against the red Shanks, you need to respond with Shanks if they drop like a 10 cost.
10 cost, yeah.
Yeah. Or against like P Luffy, if they drop a 9 cost Luffy, the rush one,
Yeah.
and you answer with 9 cost Shanks, it's pretty much game over for them.
Right.
And it's an 11k beat stick. It's really strong card.
Pretty strong, yeah. Yeah.
Have to have it. I played then 3 Captain Kid.
Yep.
You can choose 3 or 4. I took out 1 Captain Kid for a Zoro.
Okay.
I was playing 4 and 3, but I decided that I want to see the Zoro, so
Yeah.
I play 4. And this is searchable by the Bonney Searcher.
Yeah.
You can't really play your game plan according to like resting the kid, make it taunt.
Yeah.
The way I play Bonney is like I don't want to over rely on this card too much.
Yeah. Yeah.
It is it's too risky because you're going to like you're gonna play towards like 1 life and then like a lot of cards in hand. If they have pudding, you just kind of over
Yeah.
like against Luffy.
Yeah.
So I didn't play this card as much. I definitely played more Zoros than Kid during
Okay.
the tournament. Okay, and then I played 4 Hody. It's pretty self-explanatory.
Yep. Have to play 4.
I have to play 4. You really want to see it sometimes on your 7 dawn turn. Against Blackbeard is good because it just has rush,
Yeah.
the surprise attack, and it helps to like for board control because you get to rest the unit and just swing at it
Yeah. Yeah.
against Dofla. Then I play 4 Carrot. You have to play Carrot.
Yep.
Helps you control the mid-range matchup by just stunning the opponent's units against Dofla. You must see it.
Yeah. Okay.
Then I play for Cavendish. Pretty self-explanatory. Need to have it. Supernova. I play the new card, Smoker. Played Smoker. It's really strong because if you go first, you get to keep the Dawn up from its activate main. And it's also a really strong 7k beat stick, which doesn't give your opponents cards.
Yeah,
but you attack life with it, and they're most likely not gonna guard 7k attack towards life.
Yeah.
So it really puts pressure onto opponents, and also like controlling the resource they get.
Yeah.
It's like either they lose one life, or they throw away 2 cards from hand. So you must. It's not you play it every game, but it's like if you have it, it's really strong.
It's very good. Yep. Awesome.
For Tashigi, I changed the deck completely. This basically allows your mini blockers to stay alive, and like Dofi cannot graph blade your Smoker, Cavendish, Carrot.
Yeah.
It makes you have to have Tashigi on board before you play 2 of 5 costs.
Yeah.
If you have 1 5 cost, it's still fine because they're most likely just gonna Jozu it.
Yeah.
But if you have 2 5 costs and no Tashigi and you graph blade, it's pretty much a game over for you.
Yeah, you lose too much tempo.
So early on, if you are able to play Tashigi, you have to play the Tashigi now.
Okay.
Play Porozinante.
Yep.
Pretty self-explanatory. It's a blocker and helps to resurrect your kid or any unit that's rested when it dies by battle. So it's really strong. I chose my other 4 blockers to be Killer.
Okay.
Killer is searchable from the Bonney searcher because it's Supernova.
Yeah.
Helps you to draw an extra card if you put a Dawn underneath it. And the choice was this, or you played a 3-cost Barto blocker.
Yeah.
The Barto blocker I felt was a bit too expensive at 3 cost.
That's 3 Dawn. Okay.
And it only usually activates like when you want to like see cards if you already have like a Bonney on the field.
Yeah.
That you can use your skill, or if Captain Kid is already on the field and
You're using it like the turn after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
oh sorry, you had Barto on the field first and then you Captain Kid's
Yeah, exactly.
turn, yeah. So it's kind of like weird. Like I don't feel like I really need the skill.
Yeah.
It's pretty good to get rid of like the blanks because there's a lot of blanks in the deck. But I just don't see the opportunity to utilize the skill well.
Yeah. Do you think the extra Dawn for the Killer is like quite easy to get because of like Smoke and Cavendish, or
I think
do you even use it?
sometimes I don't really have the luxury to attach a Dawn underneath it because
Okay.
I'd be using it to like let's say play a Tashigi during the turn, or like use call out like bigger units.
Yeah.
So it's like if I have the extra Dawn, I'll attach it. If not, then it's fine.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's still 2 cost, a cheap blocker. I get to play it during the Blackbeard match. I just drop it. It can swing into the small things.
Yeah.
So it's fine. It's bigger than Barto. It's a smaller cost than Barto. So
Yeah.
I get to play it early.
Cool.
I play 2 Apu. I only see it as a 2k counter, honestly.
Okay.
It's not really much, but yeah, it's 2k counter. I never really thought about using the scale or playing it on the board.
Sure.
And then for Bonney Searcher is pretty. You must have it.
Yeah.
Searches your kid, searches your Cavendish, searches the Killer, and the Apu.
Yeah.
This Apu is a 2k you must run because it really helps you during your your Blackbeard matchup. It gets to rest a standing dock queue,
Okay.
which maybe some Blackbeard players don't like really realize because they don't use their leader skill early on, right?
Yeah.
So if they just play the dock queue, let's say, and pass, you drop the Apu and then you swing at the dock queue. The dock queue it's just like they can't set up for their Kuzan dock queue turn.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they have to find another dock queue and play it again.
Cool.
So this is really good. You can also like rest surprise blockers like the 1 cost, 2 cost.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's a really good skill to have. It's like
Sure.
a mini Usohachi, I guess. Then I played 3 of the 0 cost. event. I chose to play 3 because you really need like to throw away your bricks. Sometimes you just have games where like you have 8 cards in hand and
Yeah.
4 or 5 of them are bricks, but you draw one of this and then like it becomes like pretty good.
Yeah.
It becomes okay. So you really need 3. 2 I think is a bit too little
Okay.
because there's like 3, 6, 9, 13, 17 cards that are non-counter. So yeah, yeah, that's all the cards I use. Yeah.
Awesome. Thanks so much. Do you think the Bonney deck is still going to be playable, or like, do you think it's going to be very good after bans?
After bans, I think a lot of people will be switching into Bonney. I think it's really strong considering the nerfs, Black God and the nerf for Jinbei,
Yep.
because Dofi it's not really playable because this deck has pretty hard time if the Dofi high rolls and
Yeah.
the Jinbei being banned. Bonney can pretty much get through the early game like easily,
A lot safer. Yeah.
safer. So I think this deck will see a lot of play.
Yeah. Would there be any changes you'd be making?
For the future, maybe I will not change any card. I think the ratio is already pretty perfect to me.
Okay.
I don't really like the Dofla. Maybe I can consider putting in a Dofla 10 or 2 for like, but like 4 Zoro just seems pretty strong because I'm expecting Blackbeard to still be playable, like
Yeah.
be played like pretty often. So yeah, I think I'll keep it as is for now.
Oh, awesome. Thank you so much, Jasper. Congrats again on your win. Are there any shout outs you want to make?
I like to shout out to my testing group, you too, the interviewer.
Thank you.
And shout out to the friends that came with me to Brisbane. Also, there's one Indonesian friend that taught me how to play Bonney. I'd like to shout out to him. It's Ray Winesa. He basically taught me to play the deck in like 3 days while I was in Japan for Worlds.
Oh, wow.
After Worlds, and then yeah, I learned the deck from him. I learned how to face Dofi, and after that, I was like, oh, deck's got potential.
Yeah.
And then yeah, so I decided to bring it for the regional, and surprisingly, I won. It was just pretty amazing. I'd like to shout out to Team Eternal too for sponsoring me, and all the friends that I went to Brisbane with. Yeah,
Awesome. Thank you so much.
thank you.